Hey, Bourbon family, welcome back to Whiskey Phoenix, where smooth is optional and fire is mandatory. So, I am back today for the recap on day 2 of Bourboncon. Yesterday's video got a little bit longer than I wanted it to, and I apologize. But I don't want to leave anything out. So, y'all have to just deal with a couple of long form videos um, yesterday and today. So, on day 2, um, it was it was just as fantastic. It was just as amazing. Um, on Friday evening, we had all exchanged each other's, phone numbers and stuff like that. And I think I got a text, like literally as I was like gathering my things up to go downstairs, like, where are you at? I'm like, I'm on my way down now. Give me a second. So got down, went into the tasting room right away because Wolfston had made it. He was, back from his cruise and, was attending day 2 of Bourboncon. Um, he was in Lexington on Friday. We just couldn't get the meetup to happen. So it happened on Saturday. And it was great to meet him in person. Again, pretty much everybody that I've hung out in lives with, they're exactly in person like they are, in the lives, and not that I expected it to be anything different. So, we hung out in the tasting room for a little bit. Um, I'm trying to remember which one we tried. Where's my notepad? Let me grab my notes. Um, I didn't do very much in the tasting room itself on Saturday. I know. I know. I did some Larrikin. Never had Larrikin before. Ran through the whole lineup that that they had. Their maple cream bourbon, their bottle and bond, their small batch 6 year, their American maple, and he had a secret hazmat ALW under the table that we got to try. So I tried some Larrikin. I said yesterday there was a couple that I had tried previously, but with the Star Hill, or not Star Hill, Starlight, I had only had their blackberry whiskey. So I actually tried, I want to say it was I want to say it was just their normal bourbon. Boy, that's bad. I should have organized my notes a lot better, huh, fam? And the other one that I said I had tried previously also was some Ben Holiday. Um, so that was two. And then looking through my notes, I realized I have also had Kentucky Peerless before, but the Double Oak and the Rye were two expressions that I had not tried from Kentucky Peerless. But outside of that, most everything else. Oh, and I'm looking at my notes. See, just remind me. I actually tried Whiskey Thief. They had their traditional 106 proof there, so four. Um, but a lot of the other stuff I did not have. I got to try in the VIP lounge an old a Booker's Little Book 2024. That was really good. An old William Tar 114 was good. Um, what else did I have in the speakeasy? Um, Russell's 15 year, that was really good. I mean, they were serving up some good stuff. I tried the Bullet 10 year. That was good. I'd only had the bottle and bond from Bullet, so now I guess I, just realized again. But so we went and did a couple samples. I pointed out to Wolfston that Craig Beam was still there on Saturday. He was hanging out at the Jackson Purchase table, so he went over there. Ran into Need More Truth again. Saw Hammy B for a minute, but they had some friends in that were joining them on Saturday, so I don't blame them for wanting to hang out with their friends. But me and Wolfston went and got some lunch. went back over to the tasting hall. I realized going into the vault that there was only one bottle left of Craig Beam's 4-year Jackson Purchase. And fam, I'm telling you, when I do a review on this, it literally does not drink like a 4-year. The color on it doesn't even look like a 4-year. It's so good. So I went into the vault, and sure enough, it was the very last bottle. So I walked away with that. And it's not very often you get to have a master distiller sign the bottle. So I immediately walked back to where Craig was and had him sign my bottle. Um, then about I think it was around like 2 in the afternoon on Saturday, we ended up me and Wolfston and Need More Truth and his wife Shasta. We all made the trip to Woodford Bourbon Guy Jay's. Fam, I am just telling you, like anytime he's in there and on a live, does not do justice to how amazing his bourbon collection is. I did take a short video of the whole thing. So I'll post that separately. But man, oh man, I mean, he gave us so much to try. And the sad part about it is I know I finally got to try a stag. I can say I tried a stag. The sad part about it is because I didn't write it down, I can't remember which one I freaking tried. But hey, I've had stag, fam. It was good. Um, but I was just in awe of just all the Penelopes that he had. You, fam, I'm a huge Penelope fan. So I did get to try the 2024 version of the F Cancer bottle, and that was amazing, along with American Light Whiskey from Penelope as well, which was just as good. And then I had Jay pick for me. He had a lot of the Penelope X. Um, and I had him pick for me because some of them weren't open. So I wasn't going to ask him to open a bottle that wasn't open. So he picked the Penelope X um, Project X that was a white and ruby port cast finish. And oh, fam, I have got to do better where this kind of stuff is concerned. Um, I got to try an Onyx and Amber at 153 proof. That was really good. And I got to try a bee's knees. It was the short barrel 5, the honey finish, Kentucky honey finish. I actually got to try a bee's knees. And it was just, if Jay saw that your glass was empty, he's like, what do you guys want to try next? It was just such a hospitable host. The setup there is absolutely amazing. It's like, I threatened Jay again. I'm camping out in your backyard when the weather gets warmer. So we hung out there for a couple hours. Went back. Oh, and I bought Jay's drunken turkey. He had one of those left. I knew I missed out on the other one, so I got that from Jay and brought it with me. So he was nice enough to give me a sample of it, and I thought it was really solid. So I tried it, and in a special little project he's working on, we got to taste that as well. But went back to the hotel, wanted to drop everything off in my room, kind of take a breather, get some water in me, because I didn't want to end up stumbling around intoxicated. So I went back down because like, well, I'm going to go get some dinner. And sure enough, there's Hammy, B, and Misty and their two friends that they were hanging out with. Hey, you want to go to Goodfellows with us? Have pizza? I'm like, sure. So, they were waiting on an Uber. We all pile in the Uber, go to Goodfellas, have pizza. I forgot how good Goodfellas is. I haven't been to one in a long time. It's as close to New York style pizza, having had actual New York style pizza, that you're going to get. Had a good time there. It's like, didn't my plan was, no drinking. I just I think I got a soda or something like that. And Hammy B disappears, and I'll post the video on that too. But he comes back, and he's carrying 3 little like snifters, and he sits it down, And fam, I was like completely blown away. It was freaking Pappy 12 year. Like, what? I'm like, dude, it's like, but anyway, so we all sat there and we tried it. And it's like, you know what? And I don't know if you can hear me say it in the video, but I'm like, this is why I try not to try this kind of stuff, because it is by far in my early journey the best bourbon I have ever had so far. And again, I'm just beginning my second year. So don't come at me with there's probably better ones out there, fam. And there probably is. This is just for me personally. And it's funny because my brother had like shown me this event on Facebook from a place over in Hamilton that's close to us for like $150, I think was the ticket. Um, you got five half ounce pours of Pappy, and I'm just like, man, that's some BS. I do not feel that way anymore, fam. I completely get it. I would have happily paid $150 and gladly drank every single one of those half ounce Pappies. So big shout out to Hammy B for that. I mean, that was just very generous. And then his friend Jack got us a Old Forester, or Russell's 15 year and an Old Forester 1924. I've had Russell's before, not had any Old Forester. So it was just like this is what I love about this community. So get back, want to go up to my room for a second, and then I'm like, you guys, I'll see you. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening in the VIP lounge and shut it down like we did last night. And I was really glad to be there again, because they brought out this really cool, like, I think it was just a special decanter from Calumet Farm. Again, they did these secret things that weren't on the VIP tasting menu. And yeah, got to try it. Not, wasn't impressed. It was okay, you know. But Johnny and Shasta came down. I never saw Hammy after we got back from Goodfellas. So maybe he just decided he wanted to crash in his room. I don't know. So yeah, we basically, me and Need More Truth and Shasta, and we closed down the VIP lounge on Saturday. So overall, fam, just an absolutely fantastic, amazing weekend. I had such a great time. And I'm really hoping to get to other events. I know there was a lot of people that were in Atlanta this past weekend doing a great thing down there. And I'm really hoping that if there's other things like that throughout the year, that I'll be able to get to them. So there you have it. A little long-winded. Saturday there was a little more going on than on Friday. I hope you all bared with me till the end. Fam, I hope you are hanging in there on this tragic Tuesday. Remember, if you're going to partake on this tragic Tuesday, please drink responsibly. And remember, stay sharp, stay burning, rise again, and I will see you in the next one.